So there are different ways that we can meditate. The most important thing I feel for meditation is to just be very comfortable. So usually I always recommend, that you have like a blanket with you. And for my session, I always ask my client to actually also bring a warm drink, like, tea or anything, a beverage that you love, but just like a warm drink. Because for me, it's so important that we are very comfortable when we go into meditation, that your body feels safe and that you feel very comfortable, because we are taking our body into a relaxation phase. So you don't want to like go into meditation and then you're feeling cold, or you start to get the nudges and you have to move. So always, whenever you come onto this channel and it's a meditation episode, pause it until you have the time to get really comfortable, to find a quiet space, and then watch that. So that's what you need for this one. Just like your one blanket, make sure that you're comfortable. And depending on the type of meditation, you could be lying down or you could be sitting down. For most of them, we'll be sitting down. This is just a quick introduction into meditation, and I will take you through a really short practice, okay? So, coming to sitting, you can either be sitting on a chair, with your back upright, and you feel really comfortable in that chair, you feel supported, or you could be sitting on the ground like I do. I love to sit on the ground. I just feel really grounded when I do. So you can sit like in a Buddha position like this, where you feel comfortable, you've got your blanket, you're feeling really great. Then the other thing about meditation is that, some people will say close your eyes. And I know that for some people, it might even be difficult to close one's eyes. So, you don't have to close your eyes. Personally, for me, I like to close my eyes, because then I feel that I'm able to go inwards. But if you feel that closing your eyes to start with is not comfortable for you, that is okay as well. You can keep your eyes open and you can keep your gaze on something very specific while you do your meditation. But preferably, if you can, I always say that you have your eyes closed. And then the third thing I want to mention in terms of like meditation is that just give yourself patience. Like, when we meditate, I think there is this assumption or this way of thinking that you feel that when you go into meditation, that means that all your thoughts are gonna just, they have to be just, they all have to disappear, and that, your mind is gonna be all clear. So when people go into meditation and they start to think about things, they get really frustrated and they're like, oh, and then the more you get frustrated in that phase, the more the thoughts comes, the more you find yourself just thinking about one thing and the other thing. So meditation, I feel like it's a journey, it's a practice that has a beginning, and then you move from that beginning and you get better and better and better, but that comes with patience. And there's no point getting frustrated with yourself, just because when you go into meditation, you can start to think about all of these things, because when you get frustrated like that, it's just going to put you off meditation because you think you're not doing it properly. So the thing is, like, thoughts are always going to come, and the art is about it. Actually, meditation is about noticing our thoughts, like noticing how how fast we think, how our mind is always loaded with thoughts after thought after thought. And the process is about realizing this and finding those in the space in between where there is nothing. And the more we practice that, the more that space in between where there is nothing becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And if you're in meditation and you feel uncomfortable, like maybe say, like sometimes you're in meditation and then something is like it's, you feel an itch or something, if you have to quickly get rid of that itch, just do it and then come back again into your meditation. Just don't let that continue to like annoy you. Although sometimes, and this is like the more you practice, the more you actually ignore that itch or ignore that thing, the more that you'll find that that actually goes away. Because when you go into meditation, all of a sudden you have all this all this like annoying things showing up as soon as you go into meditation. So the practice is about just releasing that, letting it go, and yeah, and it does go. But if you feel like you have to get back into position, get back into, a way that you're comfortable, just do that, get that over and done with. But as you start to practice more and more, the aim is that we want to get into a very still place where, we don't have, too much movement, too much distraction, because you find that it takes a while to actually truly draw yourself deep within, where you then lose that external stimulation, and you're truly totally in. And I always remember when I started practicing meditation, that I remember thinking, actually, it's only when I get into 15 minutes in that I truly start to go within. It's after that 15 minutes that I truly start to get into a deep meditation. So make it to end. Maybe if you're just starting, maybe start with 15 minutes practice if you can. And then the more you then, can go further, maybe take it to 20 minutes, and then maybe take it to 30 minutes, and then take it to 45 minutes, and then maybe take it to an hour. This is how I did mine. It was like 15 minutes, like, I don't know, maybe years ago, and then 20 minutes, and then 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, and then I can even go longer than that. So those are like, I think, the main key things. It's like, allow yourself, be patient, allow yourself to progress naturally, but know that your aim is that you want to get to a really good place where you can be so still, and that you lose all that external stimulation, and that you really come within, and that the thoughts, like you're going to meditation, all of a sudden you're starting to think, what am I going to cook today, what am I going to wear to work tomorrow, etc., etc., that those thoughts are going to come in. But just want to be aware of them. We're not going to get frustrated with them, and that as they come in, we just move them aside, and that we'll find those little pockets, little pockets, clear with our thoughts. Yeah, and the more we do this, the pockets gets bigger and bigger. But we're always going to get things coming, so don't get frustrated with yourself. So let's do a little practice, okay? A few minutes practice, and then just to see how you feel, how comfortable you get. And then after this, you can go into the other series or other episode and practice some of the meditation that you find in here. So happy to have you with me. All right. Okay. So really just get comfortable. Get your blanket. I always love my blankets, And I'm just going to guide you just for a very short few minutes practice to just bring you in. And then we'll end this episode. Okay. Wherever you're sitting, you may be on the chair, you may be on the ground. If you're sitting on the chair, make sure that you're sitting upright. Just sit in a, in a really comfortable position for you, that you don't have to like keep fidgeting. And then if you can, close your eyes. Close your eyes. And if you're not able to close your eyes yet and you feel more comfortable keeping your eyes open for one reason or the other, you can do that. And perhaps you can look at me. Or if you're not using the video and just using audio, you can just choose an object. as you start to close your eyes, automatically you start to become aware of your own body. You start to become aware of the sensation in your body. This is the beauty of meditation, because it connects us back to ourselves, to who we truly are. So just be there with your eyes closed and just observe what you feel in your body. Perhaps you're feeling some sensations. Perhaps maybe all of a sudden you can hear your heartbeat. Just observe. The other beautiful thing with meditation is we can also, or it allows us to connect with our breath. And breath is life. Although in the busy way of life, we totally disconnect from our breath. So again, as you have your eyes closed, I want you to connect with your breath by just noticing your breath as you breathe in and out. You don't have to do anything, just observe your breath. And when we do this and observe our breath and connect our breath, it's almost like we power ourselves up. It's almost like we're giving ourselves even more life. So this is another beautiful thing with meditation. So we're connecting with ourselves, we're connecting with our body, remembering who we are, knowing who we are, acknowledging ourselves. And in that process, we're giving ourselves this self-compassion, this self-love, this attention. And we're connecting with our breath, powering ourselves up again. Then we're going to connect a little bit more. Keep your eyes closed. And this is the third aspect of meditation. We're going to go into this silence. And as you do so, I want you to just observe the thoughts that comes in as you go into this silent place. And as the thoughts come in, I want you to just almost acknowledge it. And as you acknowledge it, almost like feel like you're just pushing it to the side and like, okay, I'm thinking about this, and then you just push it to the side, and then you go back inwards again. Stay with it. eyes closed if you can. Keep observing your breath, your body, wherever thoughts come in, let it come and go. And then lastly, the powerful aspect of meditation is it allows you to really feel and expand into the energetics of things. So for this one, and we're going to be using so many in this channel, but for this one, I want you to just feel into the state of gratitude for our time together, for everything right now that you feel. Just think about being grateful and then feel into how that feels in your body as you have your eyes closed. Like to be grateful, to just feel gratitude for everything, for all the blessings. As you do so, these feelings that you have in this state becomes, start to radiate in your body and then becomes almost like a permanent state in your physical body. And this is what helps us to tune our energetic state, that when we then go into the world, we start to attract like to like. So just breathe in, breathe out, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, breathe in through your nose, and then out through your mouth. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back to here and now. So this is just a short practice, just to, set the context for the meditation series that we're going to be having on this channel, and also to help you just, remember a few concepts on powerful meditation. And these are like, the concept that I use with my clients in Inner Power Game. There's so many more things, to meditation, but I feel that by reintroducing this, you'll be able to follow some of the practice that we're going to be doing over time. It's going to be beautiful and it's going to be powerful. And you're going to realize that you can use meditation as a powerful tool to change every aspect of your life if you do it properly. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe now, and click on that bell button so that you can get notification when we release a new episode, because right now I'm going to release some series on allowing flow in your life, like allowing flow so that you can allow ease and that you can create in a more powerful way with less overwhelm, with less stress. So yeah, I'm quite excited for that. If you can see any of the episode, go into it now. If not, it's coming.